Well, there it is. Hello, this is Joey, and I'm going to stream Hearthstone openings of packs. 80 plus of them. We got 6 classic, we got 22 goblins versus gnomes, and we got 57 of the grand tournament. And I can't wait to use my budgie wing to click on this mouse and open up these packs. I'm getting super excited for this. So let's give this a go. Even though I got my back to you guys, I am not shunning you whatsoever. We're in this together to open up these packs, so let's get going. Okay. Well, we get our rare, because you get one rare, at least. Any of you guys know what the average statistics is for getting a legendary per pack? So, for example, if you opened up 10 packs, how many legendaries should you get on average out of that? I'd be curious to know. Is it like, I don't know, 1 legendary every 8 packs on average? Because we've got 85 of them to open. And yes, a golden Jiraxis would be amazing. I've got Jiraxis, but I damn well want a golden one. And we'll probably get the golden Jiraxis from these, so I've got 5 chances. So we're going to do classic first into goblins versus gnomes and then grand tournament. Two out of 30? That's crazy. Well, we've got 2 more packs to go for our golden Jiraxis, haven't we, Joey? He's just sitting there very patiently. He doesn't know what I'm doing. What's going on the screen, Joey? Do you not care? He looks a little bit pissed off, to be honest. That's because he hasn't got his golden legendary yet. Oh, we managed to get 1 epic at least, Joey, so we got that going for us. Moving on to goblins versus gnomes. Oh, yeah. Rush Paladin. Shielded mini-bots. Everyone loves those. There seems to be a little bit of lag when opening up these packs. There we go. Now they're responding. Well, it's good to be a hunter, isn't it, for goblin versus gnomes, as you can tell. Oh, there's an epic. Mini mage. Not going to be using that one. Golden rare. That's 1 step. Are you trying to turn around? Oh, look. We're getting this going. He's got a busted leg. He's 11 years old. He recently reached the grand old age of 11, which is pretty freaking old for a budgie. So he's doing really well, especially since... oh, look, he's getting keen now. You're into this now, aren't you, Joey? I think it was the golden rare that piqued his attention. He didn't care up until that point. He's like, ooh, a golden rare, huh? This could get interesting. Ooh, Joey. A hobgoblin. Are we going to be using that? Probably not. Hashtag Joey. Piloted sky golem. Not exactly terrible. Typically quite useful in arenas. No legendaries so far. I was actually going to write down how many I got, but I suppose it's not like we're going to get that many, so it probably shouldn't be too hard to remember, should it really? Nothing too impressive so far, really, Joey, apart from that golden rare that sort of intrigued you. Hello, Justin. Yes. We are opening the packs. I've already played me Warcraft 3 today, so this will be it. I've got to go to work in about 6 hours' time, So I've got to open up these packs and then get up at 1:30 in the morning for some lovely gym and work. So I think that'll have to be another day. Hello, you getting a bit closer, eh? Look, he's coming off camera now. He's getting closer to the action. I can get in on this action now. Actually, no. Joey's the main party here. He's what it's all about, aren't you, Joey? Oh, we got an epic there, Joey. Keep this up. Not bad. Still, we want that legendary, don't we, Joey? Battle tag is 2843. Yes, you can, Justin. Oh, there's another epic. Bouncing Blade. I really like the look of that when they first introduced Goblins versus Gnomes, although I don't think I've ever seen anyone play it other than me. Yes, Justin, 2843. Oh. Okay, that did make a difference. I was hoping that might make a special legendary appear. But that hasn't happened, has it, Joey? Not yet. But this is the one. 2 epics. Not bad. Have you shifted your position again, Joey? Use a tricky bird, didn't you? This way. It's all about Joey opening the packs. Ooh, a golden epic, but it's feigned death. I don't know how to feel about that. Oh, it could have been worse. It could have been a golden junk bot. Now that would have been probably worth scrapping for that gold for the junk. Okay, last Goblins versus Gnomes pack. Okay, so no legendary so far. And how many packs is that then, Joey? That's 8. 28 and no legendaries. So I'm due a legendary at least, aren't I?
Prepare yourself for a day of the most impressive jousting, eye-popping sideshows, and the mightiest combat you've ever encountered.
Okay. Well, if I want to get legendaries, it's definitely going to be amongst the Grand Tournament cards. Let's take a look at these, because I played a little bit in the Tavern Brawl, and it was certainly a lot of fun to play. So we've got Bone Guard Lieutenant, seems legit. Maiden of the Lake is quite hard to pull off. No one really wants to let her live, but that's why she's got 6 health. Lance Carrier, 1/2, give a friendly minion 1/2 +2 attack. So he's like a slightly worse Sergeant. And we've got Fencing Coach. The next time you use your hero power, it costs 2 less. Intriguing. Intriguing indeed, Joey. Especially if you've got a good, strong card coming up next. Seal of Champions. Give a minion +3 attack and Divine Shield, huh? If they get to keep it, that's pretty powerful. Not bad at all. Well, I say that. Especially for those Rush Paladins as well. Like if you have like a 2/2 mini shielded bot, it's lost Divine Shield after getting attacked, and then they put down a Yeti, and then you just go and give your shielded mini bot +3 attack and Divine Shield and kill the Yeti. Very annoying to deal with those Rush Paladins, and they're a very strong combo at the moment, but I would say that the whole meta is going to change quite a lot with this Grand Tournament. Living Roots seems legit to me. Pretty damn good. Inspire, gain spell damage +1. 4 mana for 3/5. It's not too bad, actually. Tournament attendee. I quite like this card, actually. It's just annoying. Very good for rush decks as well. And dealing with them. Ram Wrangler. Yeah, there's good potential with that. You can get some really strong... I typically saw King Muckler come out of this guy a lot of the time, which is pretty insane to get a King Muckler without giving your opponents the bananas. It always makes a big deal as though they're like bigger cards than they should be with that pack opening. Okay, Fisher Juraxis. Yeah, Crip was saying that if you were playing a Deathwing deck with 2 of these in your hand, and then you played Deathwing, that's so circumstantial though, isn't it? But yeah, to deal 4 damage to a random enemy, do that twice. Or we got Wraithguard here, a 2/4/3. Whenever this minion takes damage, also deal that damage to your hero. Ah, well that's interesting, that is. I think that might be really, really freaking strong, that card. Really strong. Because Warlocks typically don't care that much about losing a lot of health in the mid-game up until like 6 or 7 mana crystals, and even then they can start putting down Molten Giants. They just got to keep themselves alive at that point. Totem Golem. And they can always kill this minion off anyway, so 2 mana for a 4/3, and you can just kill it off. Seems really good, that does. Totem Golem, 3/4 Overload. 2 mana for a 3/4. That seems really good as well. 4 mana, 4 health is a lot. Druid of the Saber, transform to gain charge or +1/+1 and stealth. Again, more druids with their cards that turn into things. +1/+1 and stealth. 2 mana for a 3/2 stealth card. So that's basically a stronger version. Well, that's just the other way, other stats version of the Giblin Stalker, basically, isn't it? So that's not bad. It's not terrible, but not fantastic either. Fisting Juraxis, that's pretty dodgy, Jaston. Where's my bloody legendary anyway? Give your taunt minions +2/+2. Oh wow. Okay, now that brings a whole new well, I don't think warriors typically play many taunt cards though, do they? So that's the interesting thing, is will they start playing a lot of taunt cards, and will we stop seeing Grim Patron and start seeing more Control Warrior? +2/+2 on any taunt minions for 2 mana. That could be huge. Flash Heal, 1 mana for 5 health. I don't understand why this card exists. Like, when they announced that at Gamescom, I was like, hang on a second, 1 mana for 5 health. Seems pretty strong, but then again you've got Light of the Naru, which is 1 mana for 3 health, and if you don't heal it completely, then you get a 1/2 that can also carry on getting attack damage every time you heal. So that's also really good as well. So they have very strong 1 mana cards, the priests do actually. Give your weapon +1 attack. That's not terrible, especially since it's 3/3/3. That's okay, I guess, and warriors typically hold a lot of weapons. Not really sure why you would want to make the Fiery War Axe do 4 damage instead of 3, and Death Spite normally does enough damage anyway with 4. Let's have a look. Justin, get off my back already. Let me open these packs, for goodness sake. Shady Dealer, Battle Cry. If you have a pirate, gain +1/+1. Oh, good. The pirates are coming back. I like it. And the Wrathguard. Right. Well, let's get a bloody legendary before 50 packs. Otherwise, I'm going to feel pretty ripped off right now. I'm not getting many goldens or many epics or anything special. I like the Fallen Hero, actually. It seemed really good. 2 for a 3/2, that's already good. And then your hero power deals 1 extra damage. That's pretty insane for Mage. Summon a 1/1 Silver Hand Recruit. That's not bad, actually. That's really quite good. Give your other minions +1/+1. 5 mana for a 4/3. Yeah, but you have to use your hero power as well after that. So you've got to have a lot of minions on the board. So good for sticky decks like Death Spite, Haunted Creeper and Piloted Shredditor, you heard me. Silent Knight, 3 mana Stealth Divine Shield, 2/2. That's interesting, but I don't think it's going to be that good. Yes, that's correct, Danish Law. You can indeed do damage as well with that 1 mana, 5 health heal priest card with the Orkney. Oh, we got 2 rares at least. And it's a golden one. Healing Wave, restore 7 health. Reveal a minion in each deck. If yours costs more, restore 14. What? Restore 14 instead. What? Hang on a second. The druids have got a free mana healing touch spell which does 8 health. So you get 7 health minimum, and if you've got a minion that's got more, you get 14 health back. That seems broken as fuck. It's not even got overload. Oh boy. Shamans are going to be super strong in this one, I think. That's crazy. And also, this guy I liked. He's basically, I can't remember now what he reminded me of. Was it Stalag and Falag or something like that? But gain 2/2. He's like the warlock demon, that eye oculus thing. Except you don't have to do damage to your own self, hero, in order to basically get the 2/2. He's pretty damn good actually, potentially. Like if you had him like if you held him to like, you know, turn 7, chuck him down, use your hero power, maybe get some use out of your hero power, and then you got 6/6 for 7 mana. It's not terrible, and if it sticks on the board, then it's only going to get stronger. Living Roots, yeah, we saw that earlier. Deal 2 damage or summon 2 1/1 saplings. That just seems really good. Summon 2 1/1 saplings for 1 mana. So it's basically the Paladin hero power. You get 2 of them for 1 mana. But then again, I suppose you have that Echoing Ooze, don't you? Is that 2 mana? Or is it 3 mana for a 1/2 that splits? It's got to be a 3 mana. Floating Watcher. That's a dodgy name, but yes, that's right. Effigy. When a friendly minion dies, summon a random minion with the same cost. Huh. That seems good, but obviously depends on the deck that you're running. Interesting. Okay, legendary time. Come on. Where are these legendaries? Burgle. Yeah, the Dragonhawk Rider. I didn't really see much use out of this guy. Maybe unless you're running a Paladin rush deck where you're able to keep giving him Divine Shield with, like, you know, the Argent Protector or whatever he's called. But otherwise, he didn't seem that good, the Dragonhawk Rider. He's okay. Polymorph Boar. Not a terrible spell. Good potential there. It's luck based though, isn't it? You could get super value out of this guy, or you could get nothing out of it. Burgle adds 2 random class cards to your hand from your opponent's class. So, Fort Still, basically. It's just Fort Still, but with a different name. But I think they're random class cards, so that is okay. It's fairly different because I don't think Fort Steel is the same. I think Fort Steel actually takes it from the deck. What are you up to, Joey? You're supposed to be opening these packs.
Righto.
King's Elec. I really like this card actually, especially for Hunter, because, well, I suppose they don't typically run many large cards, but if it doesn't work, then you still got a free 2 on the board. So it's not the worst case scenario, and if it does work, then you've got more cards to chuck down. Okay, he's going into his cage. He's going to scoff on some seed right now. That's what he's doing. Lance Carrier. Give a friendly minion a +2 attack. Oh yeah, that's crap. Flame Lance seems crap. And the others we've seen. Oh, we got an epic. We got an epic. Oh, weapons as well. They're always fun. Ice Rager, 3 mana, 5/2. Ha! How much was the Magma Rager? It was a 5/1, isn't it? Is it 3 mana as well? Because that wouldn't make sense. Just kind of gets rid of it. I'm not sure. King's Defender, Battle Cry. If you have a minion with Taunt, gain +1 durability. So they're really pushing for these Warrior Taunt decks. So we're going to see a lot of those. Definitely. I mean, a 3 mana, 3/2. So obviously you have the 2 mana Fiery War Axe, which is a 3/2. So that's better. But if you have a minion with Taunt, gain +1 durability. So you have to have a Taunt to get just 1 extra durability for an extra mana. I don't think that's going to be played over Fiery War Axe. Sparring Partner, Taunt, Battlecry, give a minion Taunt. Oh wow, that's not bad. Well, Taunt's not really that great. It depends on the situation. Magma Ranger is 3 mana, 5/1. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. You have the Heckler, which is the 5/4 Taunt, like you say, the Booty Bay card. You're right, Radmir. And it doesn't make sense that it's exactly the same unit. There's nothing different. Spellslinger, I had some bad luck with this guy. He's not bad for stats, but he kept giving my opponent really good cards, and I was getting basically the Savage Roar. Not Savage Roar, I was getting like the one where you do attack based on your weapon damage, but playing it as a mage, so that was terrible. Mysterious Challenger. Battlecry, put one of each secret from your deck into the battlefield. One of each secret from your deck into the battlefield. So if you had multiple secrets, you just suddenly put on like all of your secrets at the same time. If that works the way I think it works, that seems really quite good, but a lot of the Paladin secrets are really cheap, and you typically end up playing them quite early on, as opposed to later on, by the time it turns 6. And it's from your deck, so it doesn't have to be in your hand. Interesting. Okay, we got an epic. We got 2 epics. Sometimes the epics are actually better than legendaries a lot of the time, because some legendaries just suck, whereas epics are typically almost always useful. Okay, there's your one epic. There's the other one. Shadow Fiend, World of Warcraft players. That's the priest one. 3 mana, whenever you draw a card, reduce its cost by 1. So it's like a little Emperor Pharazôn in a weird way. That's pretty good, because priests can actually draw a lot of cards quite easily if they have a good combo. Holy Champion, whenever a character is healed, gain +2 attack. That seems good. Very good. I mean, a 4 mana 3/5 isn't bad. I mean, it's obviously a Yeti's better, but with conditions like this, you're going to be healing quite a lot as priest, quite typically. And 5 health is quite a lot to make it sticky for them to try to force the opponents to try to kill it. 2 attack. Not bad, not bad. I've got 2 of the Shadow Fiends. Draw one after the other, and they keep getting cheaper and cheaper. Ah! Argent Horse Rider seemed kind of crappy for me, although I did have a couple of moments in my Tavern Brawl where this was useful, but otherwise typically it's not that great. Okay, so Brave Archer. Inspire. If your hand is empty, deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. Oh my goodness. Hunters. Once again with their bloody rush cards. 2/1. 1 mana. Seems pretty good. But they don't typically have an empty hand until like turn 4 or 5, and that's if they're doing really well at blowing their cards basically. So I don't think that's going to be that great. I think they'll probably still want to run a web spinner instead. But who knows. 2 mana 2/3 Flame Juggler, deal 1 damage to a random enemy as a battle cry. Well, that's very good, because the 2 mana 2/3 is fine, and then you get that. So that's really good actually. Competitive Spirit, Secret. When your turn starts, give your minions +1/+1. Okay. +1/+1 you say, huh? Well, Paladins can normally put a lot on the board. That seems like it could be really strong, that card. I'll have to see how that works out, but it seems like it could be really strong. Still not one legendary yet. This is really unusual. My last pack opening, where I did 60 cards, I got, I don't know, about 5 or 6 legendaries. I got really lucky that time. Archmage Antonidas was one of them. It's pretty insane. There'll probably be a link to that at the end of this video, but who knows? There's still time to get some legendaries. Just hasn't happened yet. There's your Evil Heckler. Cough cough. Cheap Booty Bay Bodyguard. I agree. Yeah, trading is annoying with the paladins. What's that, Joey? You got something to say, have you? Tiny Knight of Evil. That's funny. Whenever you discard a card, gain +1/+1. 2 mana, free 2. Ha. I am curious. The thing is with these discard decks is they're going to be so RNG based, because if it discards a card that you don't want to discard, you're going to get screwed. You're going to depend on Fist of Jaraxxus, and if you get it and you can't get any discard cards, you basically lost the game. But at least Warlocks can basically fill up their hand quite quickly to basically give themselves the odds of getting the cards that they want to discard. Oh, come on now. Golden Rare. Joey, you like those. Thunder Bluff Valiant. Inspire. Give your totems +2 attack. 5 mana, free 6. It's interesting, but I don't think it's that good. I mean, you'd have to have obviously a lot of totems out, and I don't typically see that with Shamans. Can't attack. Inspire. Can't... What? A 2 mana 2/4 can't attack, but if you use your hero power, it can attack as normal for that turn. So you have to constantly be using your hero power to get damage out of this 2/4. That seems terrible. Oh, hello. Welcome back. Yeah, that seems bad. Because you've got 2 mana 2/3s, and you don't have to use your hero power to attack. Yeah, this has got 1 more health, but... Alright, calm down, Tiger. Bash, deal 3 damage and gain 3 armor. Could be terrible. We'll see. Muckler's Champion. Oh yeah, we've seen that one. Wild Walker. Battle Cry. Give a friendly beast +3 health. 4 mana 4/4. That's really good, actually. Really good if you've got beast, obviously. 3 extra health. It's like a mini version of the priest one that costs 6 mana. I like it. Not bad. Oh yeah, Totem Golem. That's true. So yeah, if you had the Totem Golem early on and then play this guy, there's good combo potential there. I think I might be playing Shaman a bit more in the Grand Tournament. And I never normally play Shaman, although I've typically done the best with Shaman, I think, in Arena, or on average, strangely enough. A golden common, a filthy golden common. It's the filthy Tusker that gives 4 health to every hero. Can be good if you're basically taking damage as a Warlock, for example, potentially, but it's a little bit of a slow card, so they might not necessarily want to play it. And they certainly don't really want to give health to the enemy if they're rushing them down at the same time. Who knows? I might see it in Handlock, but why would you play that over Twilight Drake, I suppose? Mogor's Champion, 6 mana, 50% chance to attack the wrong enemy. This looks like possibly the worst card I've seen so far. It's a 6 mana, 8/5. And it's not even going to guarantee hit the right thing. Although you will see times where this is going to basically one-shot the hero. Like if the opponent's got 8 health left, they put a bunch of taunts, you go to attack the taunt with this and it hits the face instead. Someone's going to win the game doing that, but it's not going to be really worth what this guy is. Okay, Power Word Glory. Choose a minion whenever it attacks, restore 4 health to your hero. Are you joking? That's insane. Well, that's a super anti-rush deck, but obviously you have to have minions sticky enough to basically be able to stay on the board to benefit from this. I guess it's probably not quite as good as I think it is. Like, it's certainly not bad. Like, it's super value for 1 mana. But priests don't typically struggle that much for healing themselves, I don't think, really. So eventually it's not going to matter, and it's going to be about trading more than healing. But it certainly seems good. Shadowpan Rider, a 5 mana 3/7. Oh, I think this is like the first 3/7 card we've really seen. I'm not sure if there's any 3/7 cards out there. And the combo, gain free attack. So if you play a combo with this, also congratulations for a legendary there. Where's mine? If you play this on its own, a 5 mana 3/7, that's not a terrible card. 7 health is a lot. Free mana, obviously free attack isn't exactly fantastic, but if you play it on a combo, which is quite possible. Wow, 6/7 for 5. It's basically an early Boulder Fist Ogre, isn't it? Yeah, it seems good, but at the same time, I feel like you're going to get a lot of times where you want to get this card to work, but it just won't, and it'll be sitting there and be annoying. The King's Defender, we know, ain't so great. Yes, that's true. You can buff the enemy as well. Much like with the Paladin, what is it? Whenever your minion attacks, or whenever a minion attacks, it grants you a card. You can use it offensively. Ancestral Knowledge, draw 2 cards. 2 overload though, for 2 mana. So if you played that on turn 2, you wouldn't be able to do anything unless you had a 1 mana card next turn. But maybe if you had the coin, you can make the use of that. I don't know how I feel about that one. Lights Champion, silence a demon. Ha. 3 mana 4/3. I'm surprised it's not just a Paladin only card or something like that. Silence a demon. Are demon decks going to be that annoying? Seems okay. 4/3 isn't exactly terrible stats for a 3 mana card, because normally they're 3/3s, aren't they? Joey's just like blinking right now. He's just chilling. Still no legendary. This is definitely not going to be a legendary pack. 100%. Master of Ceremonies. Ah, she was on one of the Battle.net news pages. 3 mana 4/2. If you have a minion with spell damage, gain +2/+2. Ooh, okay. That's interesting for that then to put that in it, and any class can benefit from it, not just mages. There are a lot of minions that have like plus spell damage, but not many people actually play them. I guess we're going to see them get played a lot now, because for 3 mana you could get a 6/4. Just put that into perspective. A 6/4 for 3 mana. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Gadgetson Jouster. Battlecry, reveal a minion in each deck. If yours costs more, gain +1/+1. That's actually really good, in my opinion anyway. Because it's a way to see like what the opponent is playing. Obviously you give away your own game though as well at the same time. But if you're playing protection, or you know, like covering your arse, a 1 mana for 1/2 is obviously going to be able to trade off with like rushy type minions, and you also might be able to get a 2/3 out of a 1 mana card without having to give your enemy 5 health with the Zombie Chow. Someone a 1/1, yeah, we like that. Whoa. Bear Trap. This seems really good, this card. I don't know whether hunters will like it that much because it's another card to fit into their deck, but on paper it's 2 mana for a 3/3 with Taunt. So it's certainly not bad. And it's also an annoying secret that your opponent has to deal with. Cut Purse. Whenever this minion attacks a hero, add the coin to your hand. 2 mana 2/2. That's pretty cool. I like that. The rogues are getting some cool cards. Confuse. Swap the attack and health of all minions. Oh, wow. Oh, that's an interesting one. How do you play around that card? That is a nasty card, that is, right there. I'm telling you. That is, no matter how well you play your game, you can't really counter that too much. Priest will mess you right up. Especially when you play a lot of 4/5 Yetis. They got Shadow Word Death, but then again, having to Shadow Word Death for 4 mana after playing this card, yeah, ain't that great. Anyway, so interesting one, that one. Fearsome Doomguard, a 7 mana 6/8. Is that good? It seems it's good because it's a demon, so potentially you could obviously use the demon dude, what basically has a death rattle to summon a demon from your hand, put it on the board. If it gets killed, this would be an insane card to have for that, because it's just a super tanky guy. But the stats seem basically as they should be, kind of just averagey. 7 mana 6/8. It is Probably better than a War Golem though. I think I'd rather have a 6/8 than a 7/7. So that's nice. Pit Fighter. Nothing there. Just a 5 mana 5/6. It's just like, yeah, this is a 5 mana 5/6. Enjoy. No, I think I'd rather have Loatheb, a 5 mana 5/5 that makes your enemy's spells cost 3 more. So I think that one I understand not having any details to it because it's a demon. It's specific to the Warlock. This one, I don't get it. What's the point of this? It may as well be doing something. That doesn't make much sense to me. Well, there's your Totem Golem again. Gonna look very flashy with my Shaman. The Armoured Warhorse. I actually quite like this card. A 4 mana 5/3. And that's kind of annoying in itself. The enemy have to deal with it. And warriors, if they have Fiery War Axe, might want to trade against it, but they're still got to take 5 damage to do it. So it's a 4 mana 5 damage, basically. Typically, it'll do 5 damage. If you get really lucky, though, and actually your minion does cost more, you get charge. It's basically like a fireball that leaves a minion on the deck. Does 1 less damage, but leaves a minion on the deck. So it's really good if you manage to get lucky with it. Flash heal once more. 5 health. Undercity Valiant. A 2 mana 3/2 combo, deal 1 damage. It's okay. Yeah, it's not bad. It's much like the other 3/2 card, 2 mana 3/2 card that I enjoyed earlier, which just did 1 damage to a random minion. At least this one you could actually specifically choose, but you have to combo in order to benefit from it. Capture Jawmonger, a 7 mana 5/9. Actually really quite good, to be honest, in my opinion. Obviously, you know, 7 mana, you're probably going to want to play Dr. Boom over this if you've got it, but if you don't have that luxury, then 7 mana 5/9 is something that will basically trade off against a lot and just at least survive a couple of turns. Joey, you're supposed to be bringing me good luck, aren't you? Where are these legendaries, eh? Where are these legendaries, eh? I'm not seeing them. Buccaneer, 1 mana 2/1. Whenever you equip a weapon, give it +1 attack. Equip a weapon, give it +1 attack. That seems really good. It's a 1 mana 2/1 anyway, so that's fine. And Rogue are going to have the weapon next turn, so they're going to get 2 damage on their weapon. That's really good. I think that's really good. Clockwork Knight, 5 mana 5/5. Give a friendly mech +1/+1, but that's its battle cry. It's not something it does every turn. So it's 5 mana for basically 5/5 and then giving +1/+1 to something. It could be very good for keeping a mech alive. It's certainly not a bad card. Just doesn't seem too fantastic. Ball of Spiders. Oh, horrible. 6 mana, summon 3 1/1 web spanners. That doesn't seem that good to me. Although I feel like I'm going to get surprised with this card where it's actually going to end up being really good. But 6 mana for 3 1/1 web spinners that cost 1 mana each typically. It's 1 card to get 3 cards. So I understand that, because what's typically going to happen is obviously once you kill all those web spinners, you get a card each out of them. So you're spending 6 mana to get 3 cards. Like the Rogue one, you spend 7 mana sprint to draw 4 cards. Well, this is kind of similar to that, where you can at least have minions that can trade, do something, and you get a random minion out of them. And it doesn't actually take from your own deck, so actually I'm starting to see the benefits of this. The more I think about it, I'm starting to see the benefits of it. Tournament Medic. Restore 2 health to your hero. A 4 mana 1/8. Huh. That's going to be really strong with Priest. You know why? You might start seeing those divine cards, the 1 mana ones, where they basically make your attack do the same as your health. So you could turn a 4 mana card that, after you use your hero power, restores 2 health to your hero, which is quite nice anyway in itself. And you could turn that into an 8/8. Potentially. for 5 mana on the next turn if it survives. Because it's got 8 health, so there's a good chance it's going to survive anyway. So you play that on turn 4, then the next turn you play the Divine, and you've got an 8/8. That seems pretty good. Demon Fuse. Give a demon +3/+3. Give your opponent a mana crystal. Oh, there goes the phone. Give me a moment. Sorry, Joey. Oh dear. It's been a bad day for phone calls. That one was someone just bloody ringing up so I could fill in a bloody questionnaire. No, thank you. That's alright. Cheers, though. Demon Fuse. Give a demon a +3/+3. Give your opponent a mana crystal. 2 mana. That seems really good because you get that 3/3 permanently. So this is a super cheap, Arcane Golem? It's 1 mana less, and if you've already got a minion, you're getting +3/+3. Yeah, that seems incredible. Good cards, but none of them legendaries. Here we go, Joey. This is the legendary one. Oh yeah, Divine Spirit, double health. Yeah, Inner Fire, I agree. That's even better. Okay. So whenever you summon a beast, reduce the cost of this card by 1. 7 mana for a 6/6. Not great, but it's not... If you can obviously get some beasts after it, but you have to summon beasts after spending 7 mana. If Druids are in a position where they can actually make use of this card, they probably won anyway. Let's see if I can get 1 frickin' legendary. Out of 85 packs, I would think that I would get 1 at least. Thankfully, I've got most of the legendaries on the normal ones, but I would like some legendaries in the bloody Grand Tournament. Seriously, come on now. Don't make me buy more packs. It's not going to happen. Tusker Jouster. Battle Cry. 5 mana, 5/5. Reveal a minion in each deck. If yours costs more, restore 7 health to your hero. Well, 5 mana, 5/5 is fine. It's not great. Obviously, low feb is better because it does something to the enemy. But that, yeah, that's not bad. Sticky minion. Budgies indeed, Symphonator. Oh, I still not. Am I gonna have to log out? Maybe I should log out and log back in. I feel like I'm bugged. I feel like I really should have come across like 1 legendary by now. Warhorse Trainer. Your Silverhand recruits have +1 attack. 3 mana, 2/4. That seems pretty good for me. Not bad at all, really. Because you're going to try to get the most out of your hero abilities, especially in this game, which is basically mostly about Inspire now, or Jousting. Frigid Snowbolt. A 4 mana, 2/6 with +1 spell damage. That's pretty good. I think. Okay, maybe not. I don't know how I feel about that one. Could be good. Boom! Come on! Okay, so the fortunate thing is we've seen a lot of these cards now, so we're getting to the point where I can go through these packs a bit quicker, because I'm using this as an excuse to sort of learn it. I've not actually looked at the packs or a lot of the cards beforehand. I don't check the websites or anything like that, but now I'm learning. Muckler's Champion. Look at him. 5 mana, 4/3. Give your other minions +1/+1. So if you get to keep this guy on your next turn and you've already got a full board, then you're going to win the game basically. But 5 mana for 4/3. Yeah, it's tricky to keep him alive. Okay, Radmir. Calling it. I'm getting a lot of these Thunder Bluff Valiants, that's for sure. Wah! Flash heal. We've seen these now. Inspire, gain spell damage +1. Does that stack? Like if you kept using your hero power turn after turn, could you just keep getting spell damage? Because that could be insane with Malagos deck. Oh, an epic. He's a recruiter. A 5/5/4. Add a 2/2 squire to your hand. Hang on a second. Isn't that a slightly worse version of... What's it called? I can't remember all the card decks. There's one that's a 4... Isn't it a 5 mana? Maybe it's a 5 mana. Yeah. You get a 4/4 and a 2/2. And what the 2/2 is a squire. But it adds it to your hand. Ah. So it doesn't play it onto the board. It adds it to your hand and you have to use your hero power. So you've got to play a 5 mana card that's only got 4 health and survive to next turn to get a 2/2 out of him. Most likely is probably going to let you down a lot, but could be great. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations on your legendary. May your luck rub off on me. If I get to 24 packs and don't get a legendary, I'm going to log off and then log back on. Lowly Squire's good. Doesn't seem like a bad card, really. It's a 1 mana. 1/2. Can't go too far wrong with that. Void Crusher. Destroy a random minion for each player. 6 mana 5/4. You'd have to have nothing on the deck to really get good use out of that. And even then you're left with a 5/4 for 6 mana. Interesting though. I mean, it could potentially just eliminate. It's like playing the rogue card Assassinate for free if you haven't got anything else on your board. And it leaves a minion. So it's definitely good on that sense. Right. That's 24. Okay, I'm honestly going to quit. I'm going to log back on. I definitely have got super unlucky here. This isn't right. I've done this before, Joey. I've opened up 60 packs, like I say. And, yeah, I've got at least one legendary by this bloody point. Jesus. So change my card back. How do I do that? Or is that in options? Let's go with the Grand Tournament. That's my favourite, apparently. I don't know if I changed it to that, but there you go. That's what I'm rolling with. Ah, dear. I've quit Hearthstone many times. So, I'm sure there'll be another time to do it. Murloc Knight, 4/3/4, summon a random Murloc. That's not bad, you could get really lucky with that. North Sea Kraken, 9/9/7, terrible. Does get Totemic. Summon any random totem. As his battle cry. 3 mana 3/2. Anyone. That could be really good. But obviously you're gambling. Alrighty. We got our legendary. Looks like logging out and logging back in was actually the way to go. It's Ronin. It can be good, but by the time you get to 8 mana, you're going to want to try to kill this guy off so you can get 3 arcane missiles. Are you going to survive that long? Perhaps he has a good place in the Freeze Mage deck. An Almagade. Oh, can't even talk now. You decide. I'm not sure how I feel about Ronin. I'm not sure what the overall opinion is on him. He can be silenced as well. And then he's an 8 mana 7/7. Stable Master. Battle Cry. Give a friendly beast immune this turn. Oh my goodness. 3 mana 4/2. That's really good. Especially if you've obviously got the upper hand. You're already... Say for example you've already got the cards on the deck. They're beasts. You've got your opponent. You know, ball to the walls. You get the pig. Oh my goodness. You spam that out already. That's crazy. Give a friendly beast immune this turn. Yeah, that could be good for trading. Your opponent's hero power cost 5 more next turn. Saboteur. 3 mana 4/3. That's interesting, but super situational if you think your opponent's going to be playing their hero power. Grand Crusader. Battle Cry. Add a random paladin card to your hand. 6 mana 5/5. So basically a 6 mana 5/5 and draw a card. Not terrible, I guess. But it's a random one, so you could get lucky and get anything, but you could get unlucky. Healing Wave again. That's good to have another one of those. Lowly Squire, I like those. Worm Rest Agent, 2 mana 1/4. Huh. Battle Cry, if you're holding a dragon, gain +1 attack and taunt. So you get 2/4 for 2 mana and taunt if you've got dragons. The Priest Dragon deck is back. Dark Bargain. Seer. Destroy 2 random enemy minions and discard 2 random cards. What? That seems really strong. Unless someone wants to say, no, you're wrong. That is not strong at all. 6 mana to basically kill any 2 random enemy minions. I'm thinking about playing against druids on this one. Obviously I'm thinking of best case scenario there, but you could kill potentially 2 really strong minions. And warlocks, they don't typically care that much. And when it comes to discarding 2 random cards, are those 2 random cards from your deck or from your hand or what? It's expensive, but to remove 2 enemy minions, that could be insane. Yeah, I can see it being bad, but at the same time, you've got to understand how it could be good. Like, put yourself in a situation, you're playing against a druid. He's put down Ancient of Law on turn 5. Yeah, he innovated and got himself... This is Ancient of Law, turn 5 for 7 mana. So he's already got that down, and then the next turn, I don't know, he puts down a 6 mana card, a Boulder Fist Ogre. He's not going to play that, but just using that for argument's sake. You play this, you kill them both. I don't know, I guess I can see it being bad, but... Damn. 6 mana is your entire turn, but then again, if you had Fist of Jaraxxus... Knight of the Wild! Yes, we know you. I wasn't that keen on you, though, so we can probably disenchant you. Spawn of Shadows. 4 mana, 5/4, Inspire. Deal 4 damage to each hero. Huh. That's interesting. I don't think that's particularly good. I don't know. I mean, maybe if you were playing those cards where it heals you every time you use your Inspire as well, you could kind of deal damage to yourself and heal. It depends whether the damage works before the heal Inspire works, if you know what I mean. Which order it goes in. Boom. Master Jouster, yeah, we saw him from the Tavern Brawl. 6 mana for 5/6. Reveal a minion in each deck. If yours costs more, gain Taunt and Divine Shield. Obviously, very luck based, but if you manage to pull this off, you get a 6 mana 5/6 with Taunt and Divine Shield. So it's basically better stats than the Sunwalker. So it's a 5/6 instead of 4/5. But you obviously have to get the Battle Cry to work. Dionysus Aspirant. Battle Cry. Gain an empty mana crystal. Death Rattle. Lose a mana crystal. Well, I'm not sure how that's going to work. That's definitely going to be one to see how it plays in the meta. I didn't know Void Crusher could kill itself. If that's true, that is pretty bad. Power Shot. 3 mana. Deal 2 damage to a minion and then... What? And the minions next to it. Fuck off, hunters. That... What? Why are they getting that? So it's basically 2 mana cheaper than Explosive Shot. But probably better because you don't often always need to do 5 damage to one particular minion. 2 damage might necessarily be enough. So you're doing 6 damage for 3 mana. You have multi-shot for 4 mana, which does 3 damage to 2 random minions. So this is 1 mana cheaper and it does 6 damage. Obviously there has to be 3 minions on the board, but... Never lucky with these legendaries. I'm going to go quickly now. This is it. The quicker we go, the faster we get those legendaries. This is it, Legendary City. Master of Ceremonies, we've seen that before. Colosseum Manager, Inspire, return this minion to your hand. Huh. So 3 mana 2/5. That's really quite interesting. You could keep trading and then use your hero power. That's interesting. Kaldara Drake, I quite liked that card when I saw that. 6 mana 6/6 is pretty damn solid, and obviously the ability to use your hero power tons of times. There's quite a few synergies there. Finally! It's a shame it's not a golden legendary, I was really hoping, but it's a Nubarak. I like that guy, he's awesome. He's the Crypt Lord from Warcraft 3. Death Rattle, return this to your hand and summon a 4/4 Nerubian. Oh, wow, but a 9 mana 8/4. Is it me or does he not seem... He seems bad. Like, all someone has to do is silence him. It's a 9 mana card and then do 4 damage to him and boom. He's useless. He seems bad. Oh, Nubarak. You should be tanky. You should have shitloads of health. You should have like 12 health or something like that. And that'd do 3 damage, and every time you attack a minion, spawn a 1/1 carrion beetle. Something like that. Maybe 12 health is too much, but you get the idea. That would be good. See, I should do these. I should make these cards instead. Shuffle 3 ambushes into your opponent's deck. When drawn, you summon a 4/4 Nerubian. For 3 mana. 3 of these. You could get super lucky and get them one after the other. Statistically, that you would get one of those 1 every 10 cards. Since there's 30 cards in a deck. So you every 10 cards drawn, you have a chance to get a 4/4 Nerubian for 3 mana. Has potential. Okay, we gotta log off. No, never mind. We're doing this. Ah, 2 legendaries out of 85 packs. Do the math. Is that good or is that bad? I think that's pretty unlucky. I could have got a lot more lucky than that. And they're all freaking gone now. Good old Hearthstone. Value for your money. Disenchant extra cards. I'm only getting 2,430 dust as well, which isn't that much, considering that's 85 packs. Doesn't want to let me disenchant. There we go. Is there a way? How many legendaries are there then that you could potentially get? What's the best way to find out where the legendaries are at? Can't filter it by legendaries, can you? Ah well. Okay, well, just type. Oh yeah, that's true. So crafting. How many legendaries are we missing? I got the mage one, by the looks of it. What, mage only got one, did they? None of that's changing. Aha! Aviana, 9 mana 5/5. Your minions cost 1. Ha! Well, if you get to survive with that, that's pretty insane. But 5/5, Dread Scale, at the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to all other minions. The Hunters have got these weird ones. Acid Maw as well. I don't quite like that. Gezrilla's good, but that's not TGT. Iridric the Pure, change all enemy minions attack to 1. That seems insane to me. Especially since it's enemy minions and not your own minions. 7 mana 3/7. Bolvar 4 Dragon, whenever friendly minion dies, while this is in your hand, gain +1 attack. Confessor Paltress, inspire, summon a random legendary minion. 7 mana 5/4. You want to save that then, won't you? For turn 9 then. Oh yeah, there we go. I got that awesome Anubarak card. The Mistcaller. It's all about the Shamans, I think. Battlecry. Give all minions in your hand and deck +1/+1. In your hand? What? Shamans are crazy. Fuck Shamans. They're gonna be so good. So damn good. Neptulon. Add 4 random Murlocs to your hand. Yeah, now like here. Wilfred Fizzlebang. Cards you draw from your hero power cost 0. 6 mana 4/4. Interesting. So obviously good for Warlocks, isn't it? Because it would only work with Warlocks. But yeah, I'm not sure about that. Varian Rin. Jeez, you got Varian Rin on the board now. Warriors are 10 mana. 7/7. Battlecry. Draw 3 cards. Put any minions you drew directly into the battlefield. What? Play him on turn 7. You would have to get that card. Surely. Control Warrior. Play him. Unless your opponent has Brawl or some way to destroy all the cards. You're gonna get 3 cards drawn, and then they're gonna go onto the board, and you're gonna have a 7/7 for only 10 mana. That's if obviously your cards are minions, but still, that seems insane to me. Ha! And neutral. You got all these neutral ones. Idris Darkbane. Whenever you target this minion with a spell, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. Huh. That could be really good, especially if you target her with buff cards. Seems good to me. Fajola Lightbane. Yeah, that is the tournament. Whenever you target this minion with a spell, gain Divine Shield. I like that one more, but Divine Shield, good for trading obviously. 3 damage though, only goes so far. King Muckler, yeah, we know about him. Yeah, we know about him. Gormak the Impaler, if you have at least 4 other minions, deal 4 damage. So you're going to have Paladin Muster for battle, and then you can make that work. But you have to 4 other minions, so you're going to have to 5 minions on the board, including him. And then you just deal 4 damage to whatever you want, and get a 4-4-4-4. It's very situational. Everyone's head, we know about you. Nexus Champion Sarad, add a random spell to your hand, 5 mana for 4-5. It's good if you can obviously keep him, and you could potentially keep getting spell cards. But it's a random spell to your hand. Oh, it's a random spell, so it's not one from your own deck, so that's good. We know about these guys. Justica Trueheart. Battlecry, replace your starting hero power with a better one. Oh, is that the one where your hero power does like 3 damage with your hunter and mage does 2 damage instead of 1 damage? I think that's what that is. Moga, the Ogre. Skeleton Knight. Reveal a minion in each deck if yours costs more. Return this to your hand. That seems... I don't think this card's very good. Didn't seem that good to me. Chill more. Death Rattle. If you're holding a dragon, deal 3 damage to all minions. 7 mana 6/6. That basically casts a slightly weaker Flame Strike. But it has to die. And you have to have a dragon when it dies. Ram. Who's this Ram guy? I'll find Ram guy after a while. Sky Captain Crag. Charge! Oh yeah, he's the pirate with the parrot. Joey, huh? It's you, Joey. You're a 7 mana 4/6 card, Joey. And you cost 1 less for every single friendly pirate. I think you can do better than that, Joey. We'll get a Joey card that's better than that. Ice Howl. Charge. Can't attack other heroes. 9 mana 10/10. Curious. So he gets charge and he can't attack heroes. So you can just, each turn you can just pick off a minion. 9 mana for 10/10. Yeah. And it gets charge. It's interesting. What's this ram that you were talking about? I don't see any other ram. Oh, there you go. Bolf Ram Shield. Bolf keeps coming in second at the Grand Tournament. It might be his year this year if Lebron doesn't enter. Whenever your hero takes damage, this minion takes it instead. 6 mana 3/9. That doesn't seem good to me though, because typically your hero can take damage. Obviously it's good against rush decks, but I think there's been quite a few cards that have come out in this that's sort of like an anti-rush anyway. 6 mana. I don't like it that much. Okay. Well, there it is. 85 plus packs, and I guess I did average at best, so hey ho. I guess I'm going to be doing a fair few arenas so I can get those packs, because I'm going to need them, because apparently 85 packs wasn't enough to do the trick, but I'm not going to go and buy another ton from the shop, so I'll get my value from arena. Alright then guys, thank you very much for watching. I'm off to bed now. Have a good one, and I will see you later. Joey says goodbye as well. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yeah.